Hello and welcome to me and my screwdriver. The only channel which will claim that it wants to do something interesting and not talk about the same kind of topics and talk about things he actually enjoys, and then makes two videos about like relatively the same thing. So past few days, I think it's safe to say something big has happened. Yeah. I personally have, it's kind of the reason for, my absence the past 5 days. Something very interesting happened, and I was just out here, celebrating that my favorite man on the planet is finally getting the thing he deserves, and obviously I'm talking about Mr. Peterson. Because he is getting his own movie, the Hello Neighbor movie. It's real, and I'm not a fan. So, okay, a lot of you, even if you are in the Hello Neighbor fan club, if that exists, are probably confused because nobody is talking about this, and I understand why, but I find it funny as shit. So, yeah, there's a Hello Neighbor movie, and it's coming to you. It got announced. I don't even know when it got announced. I heard about it a few days ago. And it got announced, and no one's talked about it yet because the way they announced it is really odd. It originally was announced on at like the end of like a random episode of their Hello Neighbor show, which I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know that existed. I genuinely would not blame you. But yeah, that exists. It was revealed at like the end of some random episode, not even like a season finale or something, just a random ass episode. So great start to promoting your feature length movie. Great job, Hello Neighbor, guys. Just wanted to congratulate you on that one. Real smart choices you're making. I'm sure your movie's going to take off massively, and I cannot wait to see you thrive. Because of your genius marketing plan where you just don't market it at all. Maybe that's like their plan, that it becomes like a hidden gem in like 50 years or something, I don't know. And then they make the profits then, after Tiny Build's probably shut down, let's be honest here. And they all have been shut down for a while at that point, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, so Hello Neighbor movie, coming out. What's it gonna be about? Genuine question here. Because, okay, first of all, it's a Hello Neighbor movie, who cares, realistically? Who's jumping out of their seats in, like, absolute glee at the idea of a Hello Neighbor movie? Absolutely no one, because no one likes it. No one likes Hello Neighbor, unironically. So, you already got that issue, but, they could remedy it. Because they made the show, and the show, okay, I genuinely, so I knew there was a pilot when that was going on, because of the funny memes, but, and I don't know about you, but I didn't know they made an actual full show until a YouTuber, The Baddest, made a video, talking about it, like an hour or 2 hour long video, really good video by the way. I feel like that's how like a lot of people found out, if we're being honest, if they found out. But I genuinely did not know for ages. So that, and I am like very involved when it comes to like, indie horror franchises. You can probably tell by the 4 proper uploads on this channel, well, okay, I was gonna say care, but I don't want to, like, over exaggerate here, but I find interest in, you know, the indie horror phenomenon. Because I think it's objectively funny most of the time, right? Can we agree on that? I hope we can. And if we can't, oh, you're fucking boring. But yeah, like, no one knows about the show. So, first of all, obviously, they promoted it through their show that no one knows about. So, already a bad move. But also, if that, to me, implies that the show is going to be, I guess, like a continuation from the show. I'm assuming the movie's going to be like a continuation from the show in some way, shape, or form. But if no one cares about the show, then why the fuck would they watch the continuation of a show they've not watched? And that's why I'm really confused, because there is no world in which a Hello Neighbor movie is going to be popular. Because there's multiple things, right? Obviously, no one cares about the show. So, if the show is what it's going to be based off of, then you've lost, like, an entire audience, right? Because no one's like, okay, well, everyone's like, okay, well, I'm not going to watch the show. Because, also, the show is very story-based, right? From my understanding, it's a very plot-based show. It's not like something like Amazing World of Gumball, where it's like, well, actually, that's a bad example, because Amazing World of Gumball does have, like, a loose plot. SpongeBob, right? It's not like the SpongeBob movie, where without watching SpongeBob, you can just, like, watch that film and be like, oh yeah, it's SpongeBob, sick. You can't really do that with, something like this. Because simply, the actual show has a plot. So, you know, already not great. But also, let's say they don't go that route, right? What the ever-living fuck is this movie going to be about? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Hello fucking Neighbor has no plot in the slightest, no lore to expand on, right? It has the games, it has the idea of the basement, that's really it. There isn't an overarching mystery to really explore, because any mystery that's been in the games has at one point or another been explained, for the most part. I cannot think of any examples where this isn't true. So, it's not like with, like, the Bendy movie, where they can really, you know, expand on, like, one part of the lore. Because there's not one part of the lore to expand on. There's no parts of the lore, actually, I would argue. So, what the fuck? Again, like, it's just like, because, okay, my first thought, again, was that it was going to be, like, based on, like, the second game, right? Because, okay, the show is based on the first game, second game, but then, again, it's like, well, no one's watching the series, so you can't do that anyways. So it could be like a retelling of the first game again, which would mean there's 3 different types of Hello Neighbor media, which has, like, actually, you know, oh my god, just, like, has told the story if they do that. Maybe they could do, like, a fucking spin-off, like, Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, but that'd be really funny if they did that. And Tiny Build isn't funny. As I mentioned, there's no one talking about this. The most viewed thing I've seen talking about this is a Dano Shorts, and I have tried to make this video already, so I looked this up in advance. But it was a Dano Short with like 800,000 views talking about it, but it's YouTube Shorts, so everyone's forgetting about it after scrolling. the most viewed proper video I watched, well not watched, just saw, was like some guy with like 100k views talking about multiple movies. So it's not like people are clicking on that video to learn about the Helen Neighbor movie. It's probably the Batman 2 and 3, I think it was, they were on about. But their proper announcement, because as I said, they originally did it at the end of an episode, just a random episode. Again, not a season finale. That fucking pisses me off. They originally did it. They originally did it for that. But then they also uploaded a video, which is just like, you know, that segment from the end of the episode again, right? And that's that, right? But that's only got like 34,000 views. So no one cares about it. Like, there is, unironically, no way this film succeeds. Not to mention, it's 100% gonna be like a straight to streaming service movie, because no theatre's gonna care about the Hello Neighbor movie. So it's not gonna get like, you know, the big like movie trailers, right? It's not gonna do that. It's not gonna get, you know, it's not gonna get anything. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not gonna get jack shit. It is going to just kind of exist, and that's about that. Because it's the Hello Neighbor movie. Another thing is, I'm assuming this is gonna be like a kids horror movie, because there's not really a way to actually make, you know, because with the Bendy movie there are adult fans of Bendy, and there is an appeal for an actual Bendy movie to people who aren't already fans. But Hello Neighbor is like, you know, Hello Neighbor is like something that everyone looks down on and has no potential really, as you know, from how it is at the moment. So quite honestly, it's just gonna not get people, you know, watching if it's more adult orientated. So it's gonna be targeted towards children. But like, will children care? Because one of the things that's always confused me about Hello Neighbor with how it got popular is that every other sort of like mascot horror game similar to Hello Neighbor got popular due to the fact it had like a memorable mascot, you know, not because it was like a good game, but because it had, you know, a very marketable mascot. But the neighbor is just a dude. You can't market a dude, not to children at least, you know. There's just no world where people care for this film. But for some reason, I've got a sneaking suspicion that it will just do well, and for literally no reason. Why do I think this? I don't know. I just have like a feeling they could do it. It could be like a Velma situation, right? Where, you know, it's objectively bad, but that gets people watching it because they want to like laugh at how bad it is, which is fair enough. But it does mean that people are still gonna watch it. So yeah, Hello Neighbor movie, bad. The neighbor isn't scary. Also, it's just a guy, as I've said so many times. So I don't know. It's just the Hello Neighbor movie. I don't have anything else to say. If it's live action, I am kind of excited to see how the sets look, because Hello Neighbor has like a very abstract art style, which has been like the only thing I really like about it. So Um. So yeah. I think that could be at least cool. And hey, maybe the shadow creature or the crow that didn't appear in the games will be interesting. I don't fucking know. So yeah, that's really the Helena movie. I don't have too much really to say. That's about it. I don't know if I'm actually able to. Actually, yeah, I can. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Helena movie. I will be watching this film when it comes out because it's gonna be funny as shit. And I hope you will join me for the ride when it comes out. So yeah, like and subscribe if you love Hello Neighbor and wish the Hello Neighbor gave you a big fat kiss.